Today's video is sponsored by KiwiCo. Go to kiwico.com/nerdycrafter to get 50% off. Hey grains, and welcome to a series I am now calling Can I Fix This? Or in other words, I gon' fix it. In this series, basically I'm going to find craft kits that I'm pretty sure are absolute
trash.
And instead I'm going to create something a little more interesting from it. With that, introducing today's victim, Just My Style Paint Your Own Rainbow Tea Set. This craft kit was given to me by none other than Salty Crafter. Yes, Salty Crafter is back out there shopping from the back alleyways of Toys R Us. And yes, it is a forest, but that's how Salty Crafter finds magical items to bring to me, because Salty Crafter hates me and tries to make my days very salty. Thank you, Salty Crafter. And this brand, Just My Style, notoriously has failed on this channel, so I don't think this is going to be any different. Is it pretty? Yes. But the experience I have with these kinds of kits is that the paints are just atrocious. If we even look at the cup in the front that has the little rainbow, you can see that the paint has streaks, so they're not really hiding the fact that the quality is, But we're gonna review it first, see what it's like, and then level it up a bit. And as we can see at the front of the box, this kit is telling us exactly what we're getting, which is 4 sets of cups with their plates, a little teapot, and it seems like a sugar thing and a creamer. As amazing as this kit looks, it is disappointing when you look at the fine prints, which I absolutely despise.
Why they have to be deceiving?
Oh, let me tell you exactly what's the issue. Let's turn the box around, and then at the bottom, all the way down here, not for use, food consumed. Wait, is that English? What? Not for food use. Oh, okay. I thought that was a hyphen. No, it's another instruction. Okay, I get it. Not for food use. Food consumed from this vessel may be harmful. So you can't make your own tea set. At $30, this package, with the tiniest of tiny prints, is telling you don't actually make tea. You can make a tea set, but don't drink tea from, you know what, don't even drink water from it, cause nay. And the fact that it's this tiny is kind of misleading. I'm already getting salty, wow. Let me know in the comment section below if you think kits like this that advertise a tea set and actually give you everything, including the creamer and the sugar holding thing, should actually have been usable. I mean, they do say have a tea party, and it does say 8 and over. I'm pretty sure pretend tea party would typically be around the ages of 3 to 5. But at the age of 8, if I can't have tea, I don't want it. Also, let me know, are you a coffee or a tea person? And if you do like tea, what flavor? And if you do like coffee also, what flavor? And for those of you new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe. We do all sorts of quirky things here on the Nerdy Crafter channel, and we are called Grains because we are part of the Salt Shaker family. Click on all notifications while you're there. Oh, this? Don't worry about it. You'll love it. And without further delay, let's see what we get inside. Ooh, very fancy wrapped. And so here is the set. I really don't like the feel of the scratchiness of pottery, so let's just get that out of the way. And oh, what? Oh, this actually feels like any other dishes that I own. Let's give you grains a little background. And the inside also feels like any normal teapot that I would have had. So why is this only for decorative purposes? So as you can see, it is definitely glass-ish on the inside and outside. So I'm guessing the kind of glaze maybe they use is a little toxic. Don't tell me what to do! Tastes like glass. Don't do what I do. And then the cups feel exactly the same. Exactly the same. This is definitely glass. I can drink from this. Also tastes like glass. And then we have the little plates. It's a little dusty, but again, just like any other kind of dish set that I would have. Okay, so far so good. We have the little top. And here's the sugar holder. Oh, is that a chip? Okay, so there's a bit of a chip over here. Thanks for nothing. And then the tiny crema. There you go. Super cute. I honestly wish that they had told us why this is decorative only. Is it the inner glaze? Is it the material that's used? What is the problem? Is it the paint? Because the paint itself clearly says non-toxic. They are beautiful colors, but trash. We know that. We'll still test it though. And of course, a fluorescent pink brush because target audience. And I have to say, the brush is actually pretty good. It's very nice and soft, but of course of cheap quality, but it does seem to work. Better than the Crayola versions, that's for sure. Oh, I did forget to mention that this box has our favorite sentence ever, which is, includes everything you need. Like what? Where's my water holder for the paintbrush? No? Well, I can't hear you. So here is our cup, nice and shiny and smooth. I think this is probably the biggest mistake because this paint might not stay, but we gonna mix it. Right here, let's take purple. Purple's a nice color. And let's do, ooh, that is not a lot of paint. And that is very watery. Okay. We also
You heard nothing.
We also got an instruction sheet, and it does say, in order for the paint to stay permanently on this design, you need to put it in the oven for about 30 minutes. So that's why I don't understand. If any of you know why this is not made to be drinketh with, not drunk drinketh, let me know in the comments. I am genuinely curious, especially for putting the paint in the oven to dry. Somewhat make it make sense. And they do say that we have to wait 24 hours before baking it, otherwise the colors will be dull. I just want to know if the colors work properly or not. So let's do a little test. Oh no, what is this? Oh gosh. Okay, so here's one coat of paint. Stay tuned for more coats of paint. You know what? This isn't too bad. This is after 2 coats. Let's see what a third one looks like. And here it is after 3 coats of paint. I'm guessing it should take about 5 coats perhaps. Mind you, we did take the darkest color. So if we would go for gold or yellow, my guess is upwards of 8 coats. But you know what? Not too bad. I thought I would be salty with this set, but this set is actually not bad, other than the fact that you can't drink from it. So if it's gonna be decorative, let's do it right. So for this project, let's fix the kettle, or the teapot, and we're also going to do 1 set of the cups. However, if I do have time and my health does allow, I'm definitely gonna go in for a second cup. I mean, we licked one, we definitely have to commit to it now. If you lick it, it's yours. And what I'd like to portray in this project is basically the idea of mud,
Darkness in my soul.
but also the fact that I do enjoy colorful things. So let's see if I can do that properly. But first, project roasting.
You're playing.
But wait, before we go on, let's talk about today's sponsor and huge supporters of this channel, KiwiCo. For those of you who don't know KiwiCo, they are a monthly subscription box, but not just anything. KiwiCo inspires little ones to see themselves as makers, creative problem solvers, and critical thinkers. And they have 9 different lines to choose from, everything from Panda Crate for the itty bitty little ones, to Eureka and Maker Crate. And unlike many other kits that we've had issues with on this channel, KiwiCo is actually designed to expose little ones to concepts of STEAM. And as someone who gets the Maker Crate, I personally wouldn't have dabbled into these kinds of projects if it weren't for this. Because in addition to getting everything you need, yes, you don't need to run off to the stove for anything, the instructions are so user-friendly, and the little magazines that you get in there are just so packed full of knowledge. They just awoketh the little one in me. So whether you're looking for a crate for yourself or for a little one, KiwiCo boxes are definitely the gift with a meaning, because those experiences will stay with you as amazing memories. So what are you waiting for? Check the link down below or go on to kiwico.com/nerdycrafter to get 50%, yes you heard, 50, off your first month of any of their crates. Thank you KiwiCo for sponsoring today's video and being huge supporters of this channel. I debated whether I wanted to use Polymer Clay or if I wanted to use Epoxy Sculpt. The difference between the two is one of them has to be baked in order for it to be more permanent, whereas this one can air dry in approximately 6-ish hours without an oven. But since we're told we can put this in the oven, and I have way better control using this because experience, I think Polymer Clay is the winner. So the first thing I want to do is make a dragon. Yes, I'm going back to dragons. Don't worry, it's gonna be a cute one, not an evil looking one, okay? Don't worry, it's not gonna look like that one. Just don't worry about it. And I started off with a very familiar shape, which is kind of like a teardrop, and just molded it so that it has this dragon-esque shape. If you're ever curious about how to make a dragon, I have plenty of tutorials. I'll leave links down below. Oh no, here. And because we are going with tea, I mean, look at it, this is tea. Usually teas are made with herbs, so I want this to be a kind of minty, herby type dragon. A foresty dragon is just another way to say forest. Let's just get over the fact of it. It's a foresty, leafy dragon. Okay, now that the general shape is done, the mouth is so cute, oh my god. A dragon with floppy ears is just screaming adorable. And don't worry, there's gonna be some darkness, just don't worry, we're gonna get there. Don't worry about it. And before we put on the eyes and extra details, now is the perfect time to do the body. A dragon's body actually is way simpler than you can think of. It's a long carrot with the other end somewhat carroty, but not fully carrot. You could see it right there. And oh, did you notice? I did put 2 necks. What does that mean? The arms are made basically by rolling a thin snake of clay and making sure to define where the wrist is. Otherwise, it looks a little bulky. We want a little bit of daintiness. Once we have the shape that we like, of course, you can put as much detail or as little detail as you like. We're gonna put it on the body. And the process for the leg is basically the same thing, except a little chunkier, because we like them strong thighs. We like them strong. To make clay stick on glass, we're adding liquid Sculpey. And here's what we have so far. This is looking absolutely wonderful. Don't worry about details. We'll add that once we get closer to the end. But now, the other side, I need to do the other dragon. And the process for this one is basically the same as the other one. I'm just adding the leg and the arm. Except for the face, we're going less soft and a little more devious. After making the mouth kind of a beakish kind of dragon, I wanted to go a little bit all out with the horns. So for that, I rolled a piece of clay and then I wrapped it around the actual horn because it makes it look more complete. And now that both the heads are done, of course I didn't put much detail just yet, I stuck 2 pieces of toothpicks into the neck. Used a little bit of the liquid Sculpey and shoved it in there because we needed to get in. Adding clay to stabilize the head and shoving it right back on. We're at a point now that I'm absolutely loving the direction this is going. So we have the cute one that's facing us. It's kind of looking upwards. And the other one that's kind of looking at us like it's hissing, like a kind of thing. I know it's a mini dragon, but it still has spiciness in it, okay? It'd be a spicy dragon. Now to clean it up, I take rubbing alcohol and a Q-tip, and of course the higher the rubbing alcohol the better because we don't want it to get wet. It dries up very quickly. That gets rid of most fingerprints and imperfections. Now I could have gone on with wings, but first of all, it's a lot of work. Secondly, I have no idea if this is going to stay on the teapot while it's baking, so adding extra weight is just going to not put things in my favor, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So I opted for spikes. And then I gave the tail a little bit more flair, that way we have more visual interest towards the front. And to add more detail to our cutesy little dragon, I figured it needed some horns, but again, it is foresty, minty type. So yeah, we went with wooden horns. And now to make it look like branches, we're going to give it some slicey textures like so. Cute. And then I went ahead and put in the eyes and the nostrils for our cutesy dragon. And on the flip side, now that we have our, I guess, evil or darkness dragon, I went ahead and added all the details that I wanted that figured it would kind of add to this darkness feel to it. Of course, they're still gonna be cute because that's just my style. I make cute monsters. Okay? Okay. And me. Good. So far, so good. I'm really loving the dual action. This is actually my first time doing a dual-headed dragon, albeit on a tea kettle. Don't ask. On Nerdy Crafter, we work in mysterious ways.
What?
Now for the interesting part. Putting it in the oven. And according to the instruction of this actual kit, it does say we can put it in the oven, so I should be okay. It's about the same temperature as clay as well, so let's put our hands together and pray to the baking gods. Dear baking gods of Evermore, please protect my piece from cracks, burns, and fallen limbs. And also,
Stop breaking my stuff!
so while our piece is baking, oh, hello there, little hammer. What is this hammer for, you asked? Yes, you did. I said yes, you did. What I want to do is break this cup, ideally in half or maybe 3 pieces. I just want big chunks. Because despite the teapot getting a full makeover, I kind of want to try the art of kintsugi, which is a Japanese art where if something is broken, I don't know if the artists break it on purpose or not, but they repair it with gold. Now, because I don't have pure gold at my disposal, I'm obviously going to use the clay so that it looks like it. So let's take this old school hammer that I have no idea what year it is from, because we found it in the house, and the house was built in 1950s. So let's see what happens. Now, am I going to regret this? Most possibly. I'm probably going to get pieces of glass all over my feet. So let's not use my felt. Let's use a paper towel. I feel protected now. Okay, here you go. And we're just gonna go a light tap. I don't know if this is either the method to do it, but I'm just gonna smash with the hammer like so. Ready? I don't even know if the top makes sense. Should I go from the middle, like on the inside, or the bottom? Everything is falling but the cup. That is a sturdy cup. Let's try the center. Let's try this way. Is it breaking? It's not breaking. Well, oh no. Oh, there goes the bottom. Okay, I can work with this. That is not a bad break. That is not a bad break. Can we break it this way? Oh, that is in tiny pieces. Oh my God, luckily we put the paper towel. Let's try the point. Well, these are pretty sturdy for Toys R Us, so gosh. No! You know what? The chunks are pretty big. Oh no, what's the puzzle? Oh no, hang on. This way. No, I don't know the puzzle. Give me a second. So I went ahead and tried to put the pieces together from what I had. I used my clay and I used the liquid Sculpey, but it is slippery, kind of slightly on the dangerous side as well. And with that said, the weird, it's a nothing. The weird thing is, so this part is here, this part is here, but where's all this? Is this in like a bajillion little pieces? So I'm changing my mind. I'm just gonna do a regular cup for now. But I went ahead and bought a kintsugi kit from Amazon, so stay tuned for that video. And now, unsurprisingly, the gods of Evermore have actually answered our prayers. I am so happy none of the heads came off in the oven, and I didn't even use any kind of support, so that is a plus. Gods of Evermore, I shall sacrifice a piece of clay for you later. I'll let you crumble it all you want.
No problem, Jackie. We expect nothing less from you.
Okay. And now for the part that actually makes the project fun, but it's also the longest part for me. I love the sculpting part, but the painting part, it's very time consuming for me. And as you saw, since this is glass, I don't want to sand it, so I went ahead and added gesso. This gesso is textured, so it's going to give it a little bit more visual interest. All right, and now we're going to go ahead and set the limits down the middle. So for the cute part, since we're going with the idea of tea and nature, I know that I want my dragon to be browns and greens. So this side and this half is going to be a dessert themed pot. I'm not usually pretty good at gradients, but I did try my best to make it look cookie-esque, a little lighter on the top and a little darker at the bottom. And our dragon is going to be slightly darker, but still on the pastel-y side. Now let's go ahead and paint the eyes. And for the second half, since we are going
darkness in my soul,
I wanted this side to be more represented with reds and blacks and some accents here and there. I know the darker side's not necessarily related to tea, but there's some compromising that we had to do. What would be an evil tea? Let me know if you know in the comment section below. And for a few finishing touches, let's do some dry brushing. Basically, dry brushing just adds an extra layer of dimension without too much paint. Let's not forget the inner ears. Now, I didn't feel like the pot was technically sweet or desserty enough, so we're gonna go in with some whipped topping, which is, yes, fabric paint, because it's 3D, and a couple of sprinkles. I didn't want to overdo it with the colors, so I stayed within the same themes of the colors we already have, and add some chocolate chips on the pot. And since I didn't want to do 2 cups, I went ahead basically and did 1 cup with 2 sides, kind of similar to the kettle. The design is very basic, so you kind of didn't need to see me doing it. me good. Here it is, all done. We have the sweet side and we have the dark side. The sweet side, I really love it. It's super cute, absolutely adorable. It's exactly what I imagined it to be. And the dark side is also pretty adorable. I have to say that getting a kit like this, or even probably thrifting pieces like this and adding your own personality, this is basically a thrift store makeover but with new items. It's not a thrift store makeover. It's not. But it is cute though. Let me know which side is your favorite in the comment section below. I'm gonna have to say it's hard to choose. You know what? I like the sweet side, but I like the dark side. I can't choose. If you want to watch more crafty things, because many of you have been asking, just watch them. Click up here. I did do nail art. That's artsy craftsy, right? Especially it is with Mariah Elizabeth's nail art set. And if you want to watch fidget toy reviews, make sure you check down here. Until then, I will see you grains in the next video.